Morning. Today we are here to discuss about this Tata Motor Talent Management Fast Track Records schemes. We have me myself as Young, we have Koong Li, we have Casey, we have Jun Yong, and also Bruce. So we will actually start on this problem statement, follow up with the improvement programs. So any one of you would like to start?
In this paper for the Tata, the main system they are currently depending on identify the talents is they slowly depends on the FTSS, which is the fast track selection scheme. There are two that dependent on the scheme itself, which the scheme has been developed more than 20 years before, and there no improvement in between.
Yeah, because according to the articles, actually this is a 20 years ago practice, so there is no much improvement, there is no major improvement on this scheme. So this will lead to the employee new to leave the company. So to me, so there is a lot of problem, there is many disadvantage of this FT. So from my understanding, the first FTSS, the issue is that 20 years ago practice, so there's a lot of loophole and improvement, such as the selection, also the evaluation progress. So
I would also like to add on, like those, because this technology and criteria is actually depending on the past 20 years. So the current market might not, the selection criteria might actually not fit to the current markets right now. So this is actually one of the disadvantage of actually using this fast track selection scheme implemented by these Tata Motors.
And then I would like to highlight the one of the loopholes for the FTSS was because there are a few candidates that suit to the program, and then only this candidate will be selected. But for those who are not selected, they are not informed that why they are not being selected. They actually do not know what is the criteria for this application of this FTSS program. So I feel that this is unfair to those employees. Maybe they actually did not perform very well in the company, but then they are actually potential. So in this FTSS program, they only look at those that high performance, and then they do not aware of this potential pool of employee in the company.
To add on to your point, actually not only those who are not being selected, they feel like they are unclear about the process. Even those being selected in the FTSS, they're actually unaware about the process. Like for example, in New case, even though he has been selected until the final rounds, and during the final round he didn't manage to successfully being selected, but he didn't know what kind of reason. Like he already tried 3 attempts to the FTSS, he still didn't know what is the reason that he wasn't being selected. So I think this is one of the reasons that one of the problems that the company should give out feedback, so that those talent or non-talent that actually can improve themselves after the selection.
Actually, I agree with you on the issue, and then I think that this Tata, the company, is too depends for the FTSS program, and then so it can be because that the many high performance worker, they some kind like cannot pass this exam, so maybe you just due to the, it's not unfair with the senior worker. For the younger worker, they maybe got the high education, so they can easy to pass the program, and I think it's not very good for the senior worker.
yeah, I agree with you, because nowadays the youngsters, they won't stick with the company for long times, like unlike the 20 years ago the employee, because previous employees, they will stick for the company like 20 years, 30 years. They're loyal to the company. So for current situation, the youngsters, they're keen to explore to new things. So by giving such a FTSS which without so transparent system, and also during the selection progress, they don't have much opportunity to show, because this is actually a program, and then during this period, they are not given a proper training. They're all based on the paper examination, and also the assessment is all based on the paper and not based on the actual performance. So this actually, there's no much impact on the youngsters there's no much impact on the young employees during this selection, and also it's a long process. It's a very long process, and they don't have the motivation during this period because they don't have the opportunity to perform.
I actually agree with you, and also that those employees who actually join this fast track selection scheme, actually they take a long durations for them to actually being selected. So during this period, actually their superiors or their boss, actually they don't allow, or they indirectly didn't give much task to the candidates, as they think that once they are actually being selected, then they won't be stick to their department for longer periods. So they will actually transfer to the rotational programs, like what stated in the articles. Yeah, so the employee might feel that they are unappreciated, and they will feel demotivated.
Since you mentioned about the rotation job, the talent is going to be enrolled to. So I would like to add on this, because those employees in the company, if they are satisfied with the department they are currently working in, they actually might not apply to the talent FTSS this scheme, because those employees who desire to pursue the functional career path in that particular department, they will never apply the FTSS, because once they apply FTSS, they are going to shift to different departments which they are not skilled in and they are not favored. So this is one of the reasons also, I think, is the problems of this system.
But I actually feel that this is actually a good thing, because as Bruce has mentioned just now, nowadays the youngsters, they are actually keen to explore to many areas. So if they are in this FTSS program, they can actually explore to different sections by rotating to different departments, so they can have a big idea on each of the departments what is going on. So this will be advantage, as if they are selected and then they are moved to the management level, they have a bigger picture on each of the department what is going on for that. So this will help them to do decision making. So I feel this is a good point for the FTSS, I think, and this should be remain as a practice for the FTSS.
However, I feel that if let's say this is a good point for the FTS, for the youngest to expose many different departments. But I feel that there's some problem, because if let's say the FTS decide like the youngest or the employer pass for the test, and then they has been transferred to like let's say the operation management skills is higher than current skill, like the general management or the commercial management or the production team. So means that the youngest, they can be transferred to the new department, but they maybe don't have the experience like the senior worker, then can be transferred to the department. Then it's not unfair. So I think this kind of a problem for the ATS.
Okay, yeah, this is a good point, because let's take my example in my company. So actually we have the rotation program, but without a proper superior mentoring. So actually, if you rotate to the different department without proper mentoring, so it won't help to the employee to learn and also properly from the basic foundation. So instead of FTSS by given the paper assessment and also the selection criteria, so I prefer that the mentoring program is more suitable for this youngster to explore, and then then after that we interview from the superior that evaluate the actual performance of the employee, so that this actually is more hands-on experience and also more on pass on to the technical skill to the employee. So they have more relevant experience in that department. So this is not only the assessment based on the paper assessment, but it's a real hands-on experience.
I would like to again, these are actually the original aim and the business leader. Problem because the system were able of the programs, they eventually feel like they're not suitable in the new department or all those company reason. This actually defeat FTSS. So maybe we should the improvement of the system, FTSS, anything that we can do to improve the system, because however, even though we mentioned so many problems about the system, the FTSS it actually benefit of it's already created so many leaders through this system. We shall maintain it, but we need to review it and see if there is any improvement that we can do on the system.
Thank you, Casey. So in the improvement sections, I think that Wong suggests that this mentoring process is actually very important, because in this article, the Tata actually the rotation program only lasts for six months. Then they will be transferred to another department. So six-month time period actually, in fact, is quite short for the new engineers or to actually. So what I think is that maybe they can actually extend programs. And also the assessment. This is what I think. Any opinion?
Yeah, I think this is very good. Like what we visit last time, the Johor Port, they actually have the retirement program that train the middle management to be as a senior leader when the senior leader is going to retire soon. So actually this, like for Johor, for example, this is a very good program for the company to learn, so that the senior management actually there is no non-stop handover on the leadership. So I think this is a very good example that every company in the Malaysia should learn from it. Yeah.
I believe the system is actually the succession planning. Those they prepare someone to actually equip with all the knowledge and the skills, so that someone suddenly leaves the company, there is a succession to be replaced. Yes, that's actually I think just now one of it is system actually the young talent actually to those criteria there. It's one of the improvements that the company can do. Tata is actually to tighten the criteria for which means that it only opens for those senior engineers to apply. Exclude the young engineer in this case. So what do you guys think about it?
I actually don't really agree on what Casey has mentioned just now, because as a young engineer, they actually also need motivations in the company, and then they also should know what is their career path, as in what is their next steps on it. If they are restricted on applying this to involve in this FTSS, they might feel like they being discriminated, and they will think like, why is the youngster is not giving a chance in this organization? So the same thing may happen, as they will feel not appreciated, they are not giving an opportunity, and end up their life in one years of time, or maybe half a year, they will just leave the company because feel like not appreciated in the organization.
Then again, I think because originally those who can apply for this FTSS is the criteria. One of it is actually they need to has been in the company for 2 years. I think working those more than 2 years. So when they apply for this program, the scheme, they actually need to choose from 3 different schemes. That which scheme they need to go into in this FTSS. I think for those young engineers, if it's too early, ask them to actually choose which direction. It might not be appropriate because they might not know which direction they would like to venture in yet. So.
Based on Casey's point, I have actually idea on the improvement of this FTSS, which is, as she mentioned, the young engineer is too young to select which scheme to be enrolled at. I will feel like they should have a pre-evaluation for these young engineers, or maybe it should be applied on everyone who applied for this FTSS scheme, because this pre-evaluation can help in selection based on what is their characteristic, what is their attitude. So by this evaluation, we can actually put them into these 3 schemes, which is ESS, OMS, and CMS. Then based on the evaluation, they will know which scheme is actually suitable for the individual.
I also would like to add on, like, in this, talking about these criteria, right, I think is Tata company should actually make it, the selection criteria, more transparent to both ways. So either the applicants or the management sides will actually know what are the criteria they are assessing. Like what previously we mentioned, most of the employees actually didn't know what are the criteria they need to meet. Instead of those management, they know what they are looking for, but they are unaware about those criteria. So I think the second is that actually to make clear each and everyone that what are the selection criteria.
I agree with Nick because the company must make the all things clear. So they not just the management understand what is the criteria of the job scope, and also the worker must also understand as well, because if like just now we mentioned that the problem is the worker didn't feel that they will get the promotion or go to the correct field, the correct department. So this what I agree with Nick. And then also we can base on the Johor Port. They also using the IDP, means that is the individual development plan. The one is a formal document between the employer and then the supervisor. So using the system, we can the management can be easy to check the performance of gap for the for the workers, in order to let them to clear and understand the career path for the development. And also using the IDP, that can be like the annual exercise, so can be like helpful for the more improvement for this one, the FTSS, the program. So can be help a lot, and also the using the IPD, the HOD can be more identify the gap between the employer based on the company competency. Yeah, how about you?
According to an article, the problem that Neil facing is actually during the selection progress that he cannot be motivated, and also he feel that he is not appreciated during this period. So do you guys think that FTSS should implement something that to retain the talent for him to finish the program, and also after even if he finish the program, he should be retained in the company, so that not like the FTSS after training the employee to be a leader, to be a potential leader, then after that he left the company. So do you think that this is actually the company should focus on, even after the FTSS finish, they need to retain the talent?
I think that actually after the candidates actually go through this FTSS program, they should actually retain the talent, because this once the candidate actually graduated from this program, they are actually qualified talents that everyone recognize. So I think that Tata actually should retain these talents, and also they in the process of selections is because it's taking a very long period of time. So I think that they should actually shorten this period so that each of the employers feel that they are quite motivated to work moving forward.
In order to retain the talent that have been selected, I think they should have introduced more improvement courses, because learning will not stop anywhere. So once this FTSS program has produced a pool of talented employees, then they should give continuous improvements on learning. Keep learning program for them to let them to improve more on what they are doing now. So this will be one of the retention that I think should be included in this FTSS.
Yeah, I believe you, because nowadays the young looking on the reward system, like the monetary system, they also keen to learn more and explore more during this era, because they know that they're well known that the future challenges is they need to learn more, equip themselves to be facing the future challenges. So I believe that if the company really willingly give to the young employees the opportunity to learn, and also to give them the opportunity to to be independent, so the youngsters will appreciate this kind of opportunity, and they were loyal to the company, so that they will retain the company. So it's not only monetary reward system, but also the learning opportunity given to the young employee.
So if you talk about the learning, I think the company should give the basic training or the development training for the for the youngest worker, because so if let's say we provide the training, then based on the selection or the decision from the program, the FTSS, the workers can get the proper training, like the senior mentally or some kind of this, and then so can more understanding and more proper way to learn the skill, in order to make them to like work more technical in the field. So anyone got more idea, improvement?
I have one more idea to add in. I think this FTSS should be like cover all the levels of employees, even to the non-executive, as in they may have prepare a pre-FTSS or another scheme to actually develop to the lower level of employees, to prepare them for them to move into a higher position. For example, they actually have a potential and then they have a good attitude in it, there should be given a chance for them to learn more, and then for them to have a chance to move to the higher level. Maybe the company can consider it.
probably would agree with Koong Li that the one that Bruce mentioned just now, IDP, the individual development have been implemented. Being selected into FTSS as well. So instead of slowly depends on FTSS, pre-planning and also post-planning for the FTSS to retain the plan as well.
I also hope that the FTSS actually can, during the process, they will give some appreciation and also the confirmation on the employees, because during these 4 phases, every candidate that can pass the phase 1, the company should appreciate and also like confirm on the employee, so that there is a small token of the appreciation, so the employee will get motivated throughout this period. So it's not like one shot given the appreciation after the phase 4. So every stage they have a certain reward, so that they can keep on motivating them to perform better in the company. Yeah. So
I think I think about if let's say the management can be like get more feedback and get more review from the worker about this system, so everyone got the comment like the system is whether it's good enough or not, or need to develop or not. So not just the management thing about it, is because can let the worker also provide their idea and their feedback, so we can avoid the designation for the people think that it's not well, then they just change to another company. So we can give them the opportunity to tell the management whether the system got any wrong or what.
So thank you everyone for the input. Is there anything to add on? I think that we actually come into a conclusion that we think that this FTSS from Tata is actually good, but then there are some aspects that need to actually be improved, like for example the selection criteria. They need to actually meet the market demands, and also that they need to get feedbacks from the employee on these systems, and also they need to open to make it the system more transparent for all the employees to know that what are the selection criteria. So I think that so they come to a conclusion. Okay, thank you.